All right, everybody. I've been out here going pretty steady for a while now. I left off on the intercooler plumbing. I'm not going to do any more of that today. I need to get that 90 ordered. So I decided to get all the stuff under the truck buttoned up that I need to get done. So I got the drive shafts put back in. Hopefully you can see that. The skid plate back on, the transfer case filled up with fluid. All the wiring underneath of there tidied up and secured, so it's not going to have any issues. Checked a few other things, checked all the fluids, made sure all the differentials, transfer case, transmission, engine, they're all full like they should be. So I've got pretty much everything underneath taken care of now. Ready to go, more or less. Transfer case shifter linkage is all hooked up. Alright everybody, so it's the next day again. I went ahead, took the time, and got all of my wiring tidied up. Inside is all tidied up. I've just got my connector for my oxygen sensor hanging down here so I can plug it into the HP tuners module. I've got everything under the hood wired up, ready to go. Leaving off. I've been doing a lot of little odds and ends things off camera. I've been working on getting the bottom trim piece here installed. I got the intercooler plumbed in, at least from the cooler to the intake. I've got to get the turbo to the intercooler plumbed. I'm waiting on a 90-degree reducer elbow to get here to do that. I've chipped away on all the little things. I've got my little modulator T bleed valve installed for the vacuum modulator on the transmission. All of my electrical wiring is wrapped up. My radiator, my new radiator that doesn't have any freaking leaks, should be here this afternoon. When that gets here, I'll get my coolant temperature sensor plumbed in while I have it drained and get the new radiator installed. And then the only other thing that I really need to do is get my wastegate plumbed over here into my downpipe, which I don't think that's going to be super complex. I actually am just waiting for the tubing to get here to do that. All right, everybody, it's a different day. My new radiator showed up yesterday. So I'm going to get the old one taken out of this thing, get the new one put in, get everything connected back up. Hopefully this solves my leaking issues. I know all the leaks are in the radiator, so hopefully this one fits like it's supposed to and I won't have to worry about these dang cooling system leaks anymore. So let's get that swapped out. All right, we've got everything we need pulled off of the old radiator, moved onto the new radiator. So now we'll get the new one set down into place. As far as I can tell, all the measurements and mounting points are the same size, so it should be a drop-in fit. I'm glad I finally found one that'll work. Let's get it put back where it goes. All right, so we've got the new radiator in. I'm gonna say it's a 90% fit. It's not an exact fit like it's marketed. It's close, it's really close. It's gonna work for our intentions, but it definitely could fit better. So I'll put the link to it in the description. But I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna save my old radiator here, and as soon as I can find a local shop or even just something within driving distance that will recore that radiator for me, I'll get that one recored because it fits so much better. It's got better fit in the mounting brackets. It's got better fit against the electric fan and the shroud. There's a gap between the radiator core and the shroud now. So I'm gonna save that one and get that one recored once I find a place that'll do it for me. Since I don't have an 1/8 inch MPT, what I'm gonna do is I found this little adapter. ICT Billet makes this, but it goes right into your your return hose to the radiator. So all I have to do is cut it, put this piece in, 2 clamps, and then my temperature sensor will just thread right into my piece here. So I'm gonna work on getting that done now, and then I'll fill the radiator back up with antifreeze and start it up and get this thing bled out again. All right, we got our coolant temperature sensor put in right there in line. I still need to find a good holder for the PCM. If you have any suggestions for me, leave that in the comments, because I don't even know what to start looking for. If there's a factory application, or they probably make aftermarket ones, but they're probably expensive. So only thing left to do here now is fill it up with antifreeze, and then I hate to say it, but I really don't have anything else I can do until more of my parts get here. Maybe I'll throw the engine cover back on it just to dress it up, since I don't need to do anything else under there. But let's get this thing filled up with antifreeze. Alright everybody, I know I'm out of time for today. I think I'm going to wrap it up for this video. We made a lot of progress. We got the new radiator in, we got to fill it up with fluid, we got our coolant temperature sensor installed, and the gauge working in the cab. I went ahead and threw my plastics on, just because I think they look cool. A lot of what I did in this build was in order to retain those, so I wanted to get a look at that, and it looks like they're going to fit. It looks like I had to do a little bit of clearancing for the dipstick over on this side because I've moved it. It's not in the factory location. But otherwise, I think it's gonna clear. I'll rotate my wastegate housing just a little bit and get my my dump pipe fabricated over here into my down tube. And then, yeah. Anyway, waiting on parts. Hopefully they should get here this week to be able to finish the fabrication. Waiting on a tool to finish diagnosis on my 3 cylinders that are not firing. And that's pretty much it. Once those couple things happen, we can get this thing out of the garage, put a lift on it. We're gonna do about a 4-inch lift and then start tuning. So thanks again for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and we'll see you in the next video. Take care.